Warning, this is an adult-oriented podcast about really perverse things like communication and consent. If you're under 18 and looking for answers to questions about sex or kink, please visit scarletine.com. For the dude bro listeners, this is nerdy things. Be off! Daddy, can we go to Disneyland now? Can we go, pretty please? Are we going right now? You said we're gonna go. I want to go now.
Somebody help that poor submissive!
Look, up there in the sky! It's a bird!
It's a plane?
Is that a flogger? Someone's gotta be having a good time.
As the kink signal shines brightly in the night sky, we know that there is fuckery afoot.
What kind of fucking town is this?
No worries, as they've listened to the Gotham press beforehand, so all will be safe, sane, and consensual.
Well, that's reassuring.
Right?
Yeah, but what's the Gotham Press?
What is the Gotham press, you ask?
It's about time you tell us, don't you think?
Well, I'll let the Cape Crusaders themselves educate you on that.
Ron Swanson was right. I didn't ask for extra bacon. I said I wanted all the bacon.
You do realize, Greer, there are other things that go on a BLT.
Lies.
There's an L and a T.
Bacon.
Excuse me, I'm offended by that.
Right, him or me?
You. Don't you dare disrespect a BLT with bacon, with extra bacon like that.
I'm not saying...
No. Not extra bacon. All the bacon.
With all... That's even worse.
Because he's going to steal it from all of us.
All the bacon.
It's not nice.
It's not nice, but bacon.
You can have an LT.
You are now listening to the world-famous Gotham Press podcast.
Be all up on that.
Stay close to the mic.
So the super funny part is I hit the record right when you said, all up on that.
Well, hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, listeners.
Wait, you started? Damn
Yeah. What's wrong?
I wanted like another 3 minutes.
For what?
Why?
Shake weight exercises?
Are you masturbating on the
Maybe.
table again?
Maybe.
You're not wearing a kilt. He's not. He's lying.
Or am I?
As Greedy winks at her
Well, I can see, and he's not.
Damn it.
this
I'm scared
time.
to look.
I've been outed.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Hey, listeners, it's the Gotham Press once more.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
All the welcome backs.
Yeah, and we got a guest.
Sorry, Cotter. Welcome back, Cotter.
No, but we got a guest.
We do have a guest.
Hi, guest.
A returning
Hi.
guest.
Yay, a returning guest.
Yay. I'm happy to be back. Thank you for having me.
And who are you?
Well, if you'd like to get technical, I'm Exo Nintendo. Not Nintendo Ho. Nintendo Ho. A.K.A. Bunner. Hi.
Hi.
Hello, Bunner.
Hi.
Bunner, bunner, bunner. I'm in a singing mood today. Sorry.
Hey, I'm here for that. I'm totally here for that.
Ha. Where can you find us?
I mean, all over the internet.
All
In
over?
the show notes.
All over. If you really want to get specific, like Greedy just said, just look in the show notes. It'll point you directly to us.
Down, down, down in the show notes.
Down.
Down in flames.
I was going to go down, 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 ba-doo, down, 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 down. Down
You're
in
going
the
to
show
go
notes.
down to down. You're going down
I
on
like
who?
to go down.
All right.
I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know who you're going down on.
Oh, my.
It's in my dreams.
Is it Brad?
It's Brad.
Isn't it always Brad?
It's always Brad. Brad man. He's a bad man. Brad man is a bad man.
Someday I will meet this Brad.
Maybe.
Someday.
He's mean. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've been told. So
All right. There we
yeah, I think we need to like do something productive today. Don't
Productive.
you? Yeah.
I mean, didn't we do productive things? We play D&D. Doesn't that count as productivity?
No. I
Well,
don't think so.
Well, let me not ask you. Hey, Lala. Was D&D productive for you?
not really.
Well, then, damn it, I just lose.
It was fun.
We've told you this several times, Captain. Okay? You're never going to win. You
You're
may as
probably-
well just give up.
Yeah, you're probably going to die, actually.
My game, my rules. This is Calvin Ball.
You know what? Fuck this podcast. I'm done. I quit.
Okay. That's all it took. All this time, that's all it took.
Well, let's thank our patrons for joining the Patreon. I said it right?
For joining Patreon? Yes.
Yeah.
You
Whatever.
said it right. Well, well done. Well
Good.
done.
All right.
So happy for you. Oh my God. Hey, patrons, if you haven't already got some stickers, email us your email address at gothampresspodcast@gmail.com.
Wait, no, we don't want their email address. We want their physical address.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Email your physical address.
Okay, I have to come back for that because, Greedy,
What?
if they're going to email us their email address.
Yeah, that really made no sense.
I
I'm
heard
sorry.
it.
I am sleep deprived right now. We had a party here last night, and then time change happened, and then I was up before dawn so I could be out at my mistress's house to help with solar panels.
Who's
and
Dawn?
She's a bitch. I mean,
Wow.
absolute fucking bitch. I just Dawn.
Okay.
Of course, there is a Dawn in our community, and she's not a bitch.
Okay.
But yeah, sunrise. Anyway, so I'm a little bit lacking right now. I hope I
your
don't
poor
come off
mistress.
as hey, you shut up. It's not like you're doing any better, punk.
Wait. I don't even want to go into how you know what my penis looks like.
I've seen it. I just to be blunt, I've seen it.
I know. It's okay.
Everyone's seen it. Everyone here has seen it.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true, actually.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Anybody who's...
Brad, have you seen it?
He has. Okay.
Brad's back there.
Yeah. Let's talk about something important.
My penis.
Captain's penis is not important.
I mean, I'm sure it's important to some people.
There we go.
Bunner.
Hi.
Hi, Bunner.
Hi, how you doing?
So, did you hear recently that Idaho was passing a bill barring transgender people from changing their birth certificate information?
So I read that, and I would just like to say that that is a load of doo-doo water. And that is
Doo-doo
all.
water.
Why do you say that?
Well, because it's going against a federal ruling. And
Okay.
they're using medical research as a front. And frankly, I just think it's bullshit.
I'm curious what medical research this is.
I didn't get to read all of it, and plus it wasn't very specific. It just says it would help research in the future to know the sex of people
When
because
they were
it can
born.
when they were born, because it cannot be changed scientifically, blah blah blah. Some bullshit. It runs you around in a circle. It doesn't really make any sense, to be honest.
So what you're saying is just like politicians. They say a lot of words but mean absolutely nothing.
Exactly.
That does beg a couple of questions. Here I go playing devil's advocate. I'm not saying that I agree with their ruling, okay? Because I don't know the information about it, and for one, I do not personally side with politicians on almost anything. But it does beg the question, should there be some sort of indication that your gender changed? Because at some point, your body was subjected to higher amounts of testosterone or estrogen.
That's true.
Maybe.
And if your gender changed at some point, then your body may be susceptible to things because of that change, that transition.
Okay, now that I can kind of get behind it. In which case, maybe change on the driver's license to, instead of just saying gender, current gender or something like that.
Yeah, or if it has to be
Okay.
the sex, then maybe the gender could be put in parentheses or something of that nature to indicate that that person has had a
sex
gender
change.
transition.
Okay.
So, it's you're talking about the medical part, and someone said that it can be used to help provide sex-specific medical treatment, services, and policies, according to Idaho Statesman, which makes sense because if a male changes to a female, he's still going to have a prostate, right? They don't remove that. So if she gets prostate cancer,
That's going to be important.
that's going to be important to know.
Yeah,
because
that's-
you're gonna
that's
treat
exactly
that
my point.
Completely differently.
You've got a different set of anatomy, and again, I'm not trying to say that people that make the change aren't any bit less valid than me. Okay,
Right.
because
Of course.
I'm a cis male. It's just who I am. But for medical knowledge, for medical history, it may be important to note still that, I was born with a penis, but I am a woman and I've transitioned to a woman. So I don't know. It seems like we're being a little too black and white with all of that. Don't you think? I mean,
yeah.
So many shades of gray.
I think
yeah.
I don't think it needs to say that on your driver's license unless you're thinking like if they get in a car accident and they need to be rushed to the hospital. But in their own medical documentation,
Documentation.
it'll already be stated that they were born
I guess
female
that is
and
true.
have changed to
At
male.
least it should.
So
Yeah, it should.
I don't know that it needs to be specifically on your
also,
license.
with that though, not all hospitals share all information immediately.
Yeah.
Like
that is true.
I know this because when I initially got diagnosed with my MS, I got treated at a specific hospital, and then about a year later, I had a flare up and had to go to a different hospital. They didn't immediately have all those records from the previous one. So unless there's a national database for all medical records, each hospital is going to have a little bit of wait time before they get all that information.
Well, HIPAA won't allow for that, so there's no possibility of there ever being a national database for medical records.
Right.
Nope.
I don't know.
Is this the
I hate
podcast
politicians.
that we do this? Have we become that podcast?
What?
We're trying to fix the world again.
Yeah.
We're having a political discussion about something that's relevant toward the lifestyle.
This is true. Okay, I'll give that.
My friend Savannah up in the Bay.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, she said that she would love to come down for the podcast, and as soon as she's got the funds to get here and back, that she will be happy to be on the podcast. She'll come down, and we'll have to do some negotiating ahead of time so that exploration can happen.
Right. Yeah. Savannah, if you're listening, I had a dream about you.
Cool.
Yes. Yes, I had a dream. But there were a lot of people in the room. So we might want to think about that.
There are a lot of people in the room in your dream?
In my dream.
I'm very curious now.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I mean, I was checking it out up close and personal.
Savannah? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, she could feel my breath.
Ooh.
But there were a lot of people in the room watching.
Did that stop you?
It didn't stop me, but I remember waking up thinking, well, that was a lot of people. And if I understand correctly, it's just me that gets to touch it and look at it.
I do believe that is how it was set up, yeah.
So I'm not sure how she would feel, although...
Well, in that case, then that's why you had so many people watching.
Negotiation.
They all wanted to see what you got to feel.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, so that's just part of the talk. But anyway, yeah, I did have a dream about you, so... Yeah.
So now Savannah is your dream girl?
She's my dream girl.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she is kind of a cutie. I mean, can't deny it.
All right. So back to the transgender thing. I think, personally, if I was transgender, I would want to change my birth certificate. But I agree with you.
Time change got us all fucked up.
I know. That there should be something in the writing of born this but changed to this. Somehow.
I want to play devil's advocate to my devil's advocate.
Okay.
Why the fuck should the state have any say in it at all?
So you're playing you?
It was a federal ruling
Yes.
before. Oops.
Well, why should even the feds have any fucking say? I mean,
They ruled that you can change your sex.
what I'm saying is, why should the government be allowed to dictate what we can and can't do? Yes, we're going there.
Well, I don't think that's what this podcast is about, so I'm going to overrule you and say, everybody
lies.
share your last thought on the transgender thing, and let's move on, because we don't want to have a political
I think
bash.
fuck them. Stay the hell out of somebody else's business. It's not your decision what somebody does with their own body. So back the fuck off.
Here.
That's me.
Next.
I agree.
Captain.
Fuck the government. No, sorry.
What?
Fuck the government.
Fuck the government.
Fuck the government.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
that's
it
what he
English?
said.
Fuck
Oh
the
my
government.
god. Really?
It does not even sound like you're saying that.
Listeners, hold on, Greedy. Let me take this.
I heard it from Greedy. I didn't hear it.
Hold on, Greedy. Let me take this one.
What?
Lala. It's all right. It's okay. Your Caucasian is showing. It's cool.
This is what we know as the whitest person you know.
That's right.
Hey, we love you anyway.
I love you too.
I love you, Lala.
I love you too.
Shit, I grew up in the Dale.
Actually, something I did want to bring up that happened prior to recording, and since they were sitting over on the couch, I couldn't get them on the mics. So you two are playing Animal Crossing.
Oh,
Yes,
Jesus.
we are.
Hi.
All right, did you? I understand that she was teaching you a lot about Animal Crossing.
Yeah, she helped me with some stuff because I'm playing Pocket Camp on my phone.
Yep.
And I'm level 24, but there's a lot of things I don't know what to do and things I've missed. And she showed me how to add friends and how to eat my cookies.
Eat your cookies.
All the cookies.
All the cookies.
All the cookies.
Lala, do you have other friends on this game?
Just random computer generated friends.
I think
I mean, they're real people, but they don't know me and I don't know them.
I think some of our listeners may want to join you.
Yeah, probably.
So do you have a name on Animal Crossing or a code that they can use to add you?
Probably.
We should put that in our Discord because we have a room for gaming.
Okay.
yeah.
Definitely do that.
Okay. Bunner, you'll have to help me find the code.
Of course. I would be
Okay.
happy.
Yeah.
Something tells me Bunner is like the expert on this subject.
She is. She's level 94, man.
And
Yes.
your level...
24.
So, Bunner, you've been in it for a little bit.
I've been playing this game for like 2 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you were telling me that you just got a special setup for your camp?
I did. So I recently spent pretty much all of my Leaf tickets on all the nicest things so that my campsite looks like Alice in Wonderland. And oh my God, it was such a tedious thing to do and all the things.
All
Now-
of your
all the
what?
things. My campsite.
Tickets? Leaf tickets.
Oh, leaf tickets. Yeah.
What
leaf
are
tickets.
leaf tickets?
They're like, you know how some games give you like coins as the main currency and then like the premium one that's like dollars?
Yeah.
That's what leaf tickets are. They're the dollars.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
They're the real money that you
Exactly.
So how much have you actually spent on this game?
I'm embarrassed to say that. It's not over $50. I'm gonna say 25, and I also pay the $2.99 monthly fee so that I can have one of the animals follow me and do stuff for me when I'm not playing. Don't judge me.
No judgment
The
because
look on Greedy's face right now is what?
Listen,
I don't do pay to play games.
it's not a pay to play game.
But you're paying $2.99 a month, and you've paid how much?
Well, no.
This is over the course of 2 years that I've spent. We're gonna say $25 max.
Okay, so here's the thing, Greedy. The $2.99 that she spends isn't required for the game. That's something
It's not.
she
It's an extra.
So it's a pay
extra.
to win.
You don't. It's not even a win thing. I really like the game, and I like to have nice things in the game. And because I don't get to play it 24/7 because I'm a full-time college student, I decided that to have an adorable animal follow me everywhere and do stuff for me when I'm offline.
It was worth that $3.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. I can't say that I would agree with that, but you know that's your call on your game, and yeah.
And my
Fuck
campsite
me
looks
for thinking
beautiful.
anything.
her campsite is epic.
Thank you, Lala.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
I
So
love
how
it.
soon until you're level 97? Or 94?
Well, I'm 24 now, and I've only been playing for a couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you think you're going to make that 94 in a year?
I don't know, because I think it goes slower.
Slows down progressively?
Yeah.
It does slow down, but I'm going to show you the easy way to level up like you would not believe.
Okay. Nice.
And you don't even have to pay.
See?
Well, see, that's something I might be able to get behind then.
Yeah.
Now, this is on console or?
No, this is on mobile.
This is your phone.
Okay.
Available on Android, Google Play, and iPhone, Apple.
App Store.
Yeah, that.
You know, the console game doesn't come out until the 20th.
The 20th.
Oh, is that the one that you showed us like a
Yes.
couple weeks ago?
That's on the island, and you can actually dig for stuff. Oh my God, it's going to be epic.
You can what?
You can actually dig for stuff.
Dig.
Yes. Like they give you
What
a
did
shovel.
you think she said?
You can actually dig for stuff. I'm thinking,
Yes, it's a
where the
kinky
fuck
game.
did that come in?
I don't think Nintendo does that.
You can dig for stuff.
Nintendo does that.
Nintendo.
Nintendo does not.
That was mildly scary.
I'm just thinking Animal Crossing mixed with... Nope, don't want it.
Don't do it.
Do not want
Don't do it.
What's that rule? If there's
34.
Rule 34. If it exists on the internet, there's
There's
a porn of it.
Yep.
Nice.
Fucking God.
There probably is.
There's probably an Animal
We
Crossing
should look
porn.
it up. Not right now.
I'm curious, but I
Better.
don't know if I'm that curious.
You are.
Oh,
damn
she
it.
is.
Exchange numbers with me. I'll start texting you pictures.
Next thing you know, Bunner, your avatar is going to be getting it on with a sheep.
Well,
Bah.
goddamn.
How bad is that?
You guys are kinky. Kinky.
Kinky.
Yeah. So kinky.
Damn.
Well,
How'd I get mixed up with you guys?
well, here's the thing. That actually kind of goes into the next thing. We have this podcast, and we've been doing it for, what, like 4 or 5 years now?
Uh-huh.
This is, what, season 5
This is
we're
season
officially
5.
in?
Yeah.
We go out and we spread the word of kink through the internet. Out to the
we try
masses.
to.
We try to. So, here's the thing. What are some other avenues that spread good information about kink?
Well, there's those of us that go out onto the City Walk in Las Vegas carrying signs. You do not know the power of the dark side.
Wait, what?
What, you haven't?
I just did that.
Events like Sin in the City? Yeah, there's a whole evangelism explosion. We go reach the sinners for more sin.
You reach the sinners for more sin.
Because they're the fun ones. I mean,
Fuck yeah.
see?
Okay.
Do you not agree the sinners are more fun?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Look, you made me say a bad word. I'll say hail.
I got one.
You got one.
You got one. I actually said a bad word last night, too, at the party. I
Oh,
don't know if
yeah?
anybody
What'd you
noticed.
say?
I said the F word.
Oh, my God. I
And
wish
that
I'd
is
heard
what
it.
everybody around me did.
God, I wish I'd heard that.
Same.
I need to know, what was the context
I
of
don't
this?
remember. Do you remember, Heckler? No?
Well, I'm sorry. Real quick, before we get ahead of ourselves, Lala, what do you consider the F word?
Well, the F word. The 4-letter F word.
Which one?
The one!
She said flag and thought it was bad.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, damn.
No.
Fart?
Huh? Why are you guys all staring at me?
Because we're trying to figure out which 4-letter F word you said.
The only one.
Greedy just said fart. That's 4 letters.
Flag is 4.
All right, how else are we going to pass kink on to other people? Well, okay, so like last week we had Stiletto on. Stiletto. Sorry.
Yeah.
Stiletto.
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 I hope he hears this
Hold
one.
on. Actually, here's what I like to do now. So for all those artistic listeners, you don't know what stiletto looks like, but in your mind you have an image. Stiletto and stilettos, please.
Remember,
Oh my God.
Remember, Stiletto has some massive arm muscles, and actually, I do have photos. I just haven't posted them yet, but I will.
No, not yet. Not until we get the artist renderings of him before.
Oh, I'm into this. I'm invested in this now.
Stiletto and stilettos.
All right, sorry, Stiletto. I messed up your name.
Oh my God, this is going to be hilarious.
Okay, but what I was saying was, Stiletto was just your worker, and you brought him to the dark side. So word of mouth is great. Like,
Well, okay, I didn't bring in my coworker because, hey, you look like you might be a kinky fuck. No, it was we became friends, and after trust grew, I introduced what I do with him, and he's like, huh. At first he was kind of scared. Mm-hmm. But, the
Isn't
more
everybody?
Yes.
most of them, yes.
I know you were.
Well,
yeah,
that
you were-
was different. I had no idea what I was getting into, and then
Most people don't.
Googling CBT was a fucking horrible idea.
Oh, greedy.
Pain Olympics. It
Oh,
was
no.
that was the
no.
number one because the winner that year was the reason that the Pain Olympics got shut down. So yeah, it was
all bad.
horrifying mutilation and
oh,
God.
yikes. Okay, no.
Oh, you didn't know
Yes,
what the Pain
no.
Olympics
Oh,
were.
God.
I don't know.
Please be happy that you don't.
Just
I never
another
heard of it.
time.
Having flashbacks.
We'll
Here's the thing, Lala. Much like there are people that say, "Oh my God, have you seen Two Girls, One Cup?"
No.
Here's the thing: I've never watched that. People say, "But you have to watch it."
No, you don't.
No.
I don't.
You don't.
And I refuse to.
No.
You don't have to see the Pain Olympics, and it's okay.
Don't.
Do
You
not
don't
want.
I
Do
have no
not.
desire. I don't.
Good.
Well done. High five, Lala.
All right, high five. Wow, everybody was talking at the same time. That was crazy. You guys are really emotional about the Pain Olympics.
It was a horrifying thing to watch.
I've never seen it. I just know of it, and I refuse.
And then thinking that this is what my fate has for me. This is what's happening to me in a few days.
But yet you still came.
I had to have. I had to know her. I had to at least give it a shot because I'd run into her one time, at an event that I knew I was never going back to, and I had like fallen for her that night, and I thought I would never see her again. Mm-hmm. So when I ran into her again, I don't give a shit what we're doing. I'm going to make a connection with this woman, and it was glorious. I mean,
well, yeah, you've
best
been
decision I've ever made.
together for like how many years now?
Coming up on 9.5.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's amazing. But word of mouth is what I was saying, to get kink out there, because my coworkers know about it. In fact, one of them has even experienced rope and even came to a 3:00 photo session with me.
Oh.
And that was fun.
Yeah, I can honestly say some of my coworkers they aren't into it, but they are more aware of it because of me. Mm-hmm. We just kind of had a candid conversation one evening because that's what you do at night at work. You just talk. Mm-hmm. And they were kind of like, really? You? Yeah. And I just kind of talked to them. I didn't sensationalize or anything. I just matter-of-factly, like, yeah, this is what I do. This is why I enjoy what I do. Mm-hmm. And now, every now and again, they'll make jokes like, so, what'd you do this weekend?
Yeah.
It's like, I'll tell them. They're like, oh, ooh. I'm just waiting for them to come up to me and be like, so how do I get into this?
Well, I mean, and Greedy, you told us a story about the Uber driver.
Oh yeah. The Uber driver that I met that is an author, and when I mentioned that I'm working on a book about open, non-monogamous relationships, she says, "Oh, you mean polyamory?"
Yep,
It's
that
like,
one.
holy shit! Yes, I do. I found a fucking kindred spirit in an Uber driver.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
What about you, Bunner?
Well, I'll be honest. I kind of talk to my classmates, but aside from the one incredibly awkward incident that I had, I don't know how many of them are familiar with the lifestyle.
Incredibly awkward incident?
Yeah, that time that I wrote a BDSM-oriented paper for my English class, and then after I wrote it, the teacher was like, oh, hey, so this workshop, you have to exchange your paper with somebody. And I was like, fuck my life, fuck. And I was going to pretend like I didn't have it, but she was going to dock me points if I didn't have it. So I had to produce the paper, and I gave it to the girl behind me who was like, she gave me this look like, what the fuck? And then she read on and she was like, I mean, okay, I guess. I'm not going to judge you. I was like, please don't judge me.
So what you need to do is you need to transfer your school up here because we have, what do we do, Greedy? Panels at some of the college that is all about lifestyle stuff.
Yeah, we actually do 2 colleges.
Two?
Yeah, I've been invited to a panel at the local city college.
Oh.
Wow.
So that's later this month, I think.
Oh.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I don't think they have anything like that at my college.
Okay. Good times. All right. Any other good ways of spreading the word of kink? So we did word of mouth. We obviously have the podcast. Anything else?
I don't know.
The interwebs like FetLife.
FetLife, yeah. Websites.
The internet is for porn.
That counts.
Yes.
I don't know. Other than like posting things.
Oh, well, then there's always, how do I want to phrase this? There's always movies, even though they may not be the greatest example. Mm-hmm. They are things that help to kind of spark the thought in your mind.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you go back and look at FetLife's membership prior to Shades of Grey to after the book and the movies,
yeah,
it probably quadrupled.
Oh wow! Wait, quadrupled?
It probably, yeah. I mean, even our membership for this group, like, tripled.
Yes.
I mean, none of them are active. We haven't met them, but they all joined to see what this life is all about.
Right.
To learn.
And just because they come and then they may leave or, trickle away, they still have that knowledge that, hey, if they run into somebody else, like, I'm not into this, but you may be into this sort of thing.
Right.
Yeah. Also, just my own personal opinion, the secretary far above 50 Shades.
The Secretary.
Oh, that was so good.
I love that
movie.
fucking movie. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
And I always find it funny that they're both named Mr. Gray.
I wonder if that was on purpose.
Possibly. Who knows? Well, the author, obviously.
Yeah. Huh. I don't have any other ideas other than like posting flyers at porn shops.
Yeah. Well, we used to put our cards for the podcast at one of the local shops, and I went back. I want to say it was sometime the end of last year or so, and actually asked about it, and they were like, "We would love to, but management said that we can't do that anymore."
Oh, okay.
Which is like, no.
Oh, because they used to have a bulletin board. I don't know if you remember at Wildcat.
Wildcat?
Do you remember Wildcat?
Wildcats? He wasn't here for Wildcats.
Oh.
It closed down before he came from back east.
Okay, so
Middle East.
they had a bulletin board, and I've seen it in other places too, but that's this one I can remember, and it had like looking for, male whatever.
Oh, so kind of like a personal.
like a personal.
Yes, it was personal ads pin board.
But
Okay.
they also had lifestyle pins up,
Like events and things, or
events, and looking for certain dominant features and whatever.
dominant subs, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
But now that there's the internet, I think that's kind of gone on the wayside.
Yeah, because we had our 101 class here yesterday, and I believe Master Bear was saying something about how it used to be trying to reach somebody through personal ads.
Right.
You would write a letter to you would read the personal ad. You would write a letter to the paper. The paper would then forward your letter onto the person.
Right.
And then the person would either respond in the paper or try to get your information from the paper.
No, they just, after they got your information from the magazine, they would just decide whether or not they would even want to respond to you. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
So
So
you could have been cock blocked all the way.
it could have been, and who knows how long that would take. That could be a month in between reading and contact and all that.
Oh, yeah, easily.
I grew up in Santa Barbara, so there was a free newspaper every week called The Independent. I don't know if it's still out there. I think it is. But we would, in high school, we would sit in the back of the bus, took the city bus, and we would read all the personal ads. And some of them were really creative, and others were just like lame. But they were able to put their phone numbers or pager number, I guess, at the time.
Pager.
So it wasn't that, tracking that person. It was just put the pager number. Yeah.
I was gonna say back when I was back east, where I was, there was a local paper called the Riverfront Times. That's actually how I got knowledge of. Wow, I cannot remember the man's name. I listen to his podcast every week.
Sofa King?
No, not Sofa
that's
King.
me.
That's him.
Oh, sorry.
Perverted? No, not perverted.
Savage?
Savage. Thank
Dan
you.
Savage?
Savage Lovecast. Yeah, it was Savage Love was the name of the article.
Okay.
And he would do that every week, and some of the names that people would put on were great because they would do acronyms where it'd be like something something something, but it would spell out like Dick or Loveless or something like that.
Nice.
But and this is back when I was middle school-ish reading this.
Wow.
High school. And it's just kind of like, oh, these are some interesting problems that people have.
Yeah.
Which should have keyed me in that I wasn't quite normal. But,
Normal is a setting on the dryer.
Yes.
To this day, my favorite personal ad was the one that was a young black female seeking a companion for life. Doesn't matter what race, what gender. I will meet you at the door every day when you get home from work, wearing nothing but what God gave me. If you feed me at the table, you'll have me eating out of your hand, and all this other stuff. And something like 20,000 people replied to this personal ad. They found themselves calling the SPCA, trying to get information on this dog. It was absolutely hilarious. I mean,
Wow.
that's great.
That is so cute.
but it was brilliant use of a personal ad.
So
you know?
good.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So, what other ways can we spread the good word of kink?
Just by being upstanding kinksters, not asshats.
Yeah. No kinkster ass clowns. Sorry, Brad.
Oh, poor Brad.
There is one other way that you could do it.
How's that?
By getting a monogrammed JW paddle.
Ooh.
There's no better way to say, hey, kinky person, I love you, let's play, than handing them a paddle from JW Paddles with their name engraved on it.
Oh my.
I was just thinking using the paddle to leave
some
that mark.
engravings.
Leave the mark on them.
Yeah, there would be that too.
That's oddly romantic.
Right?
It is.
With leaving the mark or the paddle itself?
Leaving
Yes.
the mark like with my name engraved or with something cute engraved on it? Fuck yeah.
Duly noted.
Okay, so we need to get you a paddle with a bunny cut into it, and
Either
then
that-
have Captain bend over.
Whoa.
Oh,
Just
okay.
one.
Wait.
No.
Yeah. Let's.
This is
So
not
it
working out.
leaves
Yeah.
an impression of the bunny
No.
I'm here for this.
right on his left ass cheek.
Oh yeah. Right in the
A big
center of
bunny
that ass
welt.
cheek.
Yes.
No.
I'm here for that.
I think this
No.
needs to happen.
Definitely.
Okay, so we need to reach out to J&W.
Okay. Let's do that.
You guys have issues.
All right. Well, we have a word.
We do have a word, and the word kind of goes along with the rest of the podcast.
Scary that it would happen like that.
It is scary.
Yeah, I believe the word is
Scary.
Yeah. Why? I don't understand.
Scary. Horse. Scary.
Why?
Heart.
Why is it scary? How is this podcast scary?
well. What's going to happen is we're going to be talking about horror stories.
The politicians are going to outlaw kink.
No.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
Underground kink and go.
Underground kink?
Sure.
The underground kink road?
I mean, if they're gonna ban kink, then we're gonna have to go underground. Doesn't that sound fun? I mean, we go to
Yes.
dungeons anyways.
Oh my God, a dungeon that's actually a dungeon?
Underground.
I can
my
get behind
God.
this.
That's
Giggity.
hot, right?
Fuck yeah.
A dungeon in a cave.
Giggity, giggity,
Yeah,
giggity.
dungeon in a cave or under someone's floorboard, under a rug.
All I'm thinking is the cross is actually carved into the stone wall of the cave.
Yeah.
So, Captain, what kind of horror stories in the lifestyle have you heard?
Well, heard. I'm sure there are plenty that
Or seen?
I'm not calling to mind. And horror stories are subjective.
Okay.
Like for me, a horror story was, I was playing with someone for the first time, and she had not played in quite some time. And we played. The scene seemed like it was going really well, and then I, took her off the cross, grabbed up my tools and started to walk away, and she fell like 2 steps out. She just dropped.
Wow.
And luckily, the DM was on shift to help. And he ran over and, helped to make sure that she, made it to the floor safely. But still, that was just horrifying to me.
Okay.
Because it's one of those things of you check with people and they say, oh, yeah, I'm good. I can step. And like I said, they take those 2 steps and then they're done.
So is that like the 5-point palm exploding heart technique?
Not quite that. Look, if I can do that while I'm beating you, then wow. But no.
Talk about a final scene.
Right?
Oh God, no. I am not into any sort of death in my scenes.
Damn it.
Wow.
Somebody's a fan of crush scenes.
Hold on. Let me rephrase that. I am into the small death, is the Shakespeare way, orgasms.
Well, god damn it.
Came and went.
But no, that was like I said, that was a horrifying experience for me because in my mind, I'm thinking is, oh shit, she's going to fall and hurt herself in the middle of this dungeon, and there's nothing I can do to stop this right this second, because where I made my major mistake, I had my other hand full of my stuff that I had picked up to take away from the area
Right.
for the next person.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I learned you leave that shit until this person is taken care of, and then go back where they will wait. They can wait.
Yeah.
But that was a whew experience for me. What about you, Lala?
Is that the first time that ever happened to you?
That's
The first and only?
First and only so far.
Yeah.
First and only so far. Hopefully it does not happen again, but at this point I know that it can. So all I can do is just kind of prepare myself as best I can for it.
I think it's important that we do mess up because we do learn from our mistakes and we can educate others from our mistakes. And generally, we don't make the same mistake twice.
If we do, then
We should not be doing what we're doing.
That's a habit, not a mistake.
Oh.
Well put.
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank
But
you.
so, like I asked you, Lala, any horror stories from you, from your experience, or anything you've heard?
I'm going to say not horror so much. Not horror. Horror.
Horror.
But bad situations that have happened to me. When I first, before I even became a co-host on this podcast, I told you guys a story when you had me as a guest of being, we broke into a ranch and got caught by some ranchers. And
Wait, ranchers plural?
well, there was one rancher, but then when we got out to the car, he was on the phone with other ranchers, laughing, saying, "You won't believe what I just found on my ranch." But other things like picking the wrong partners who kept me from my kinky family because they were in
You got isolated.
very isolated
Oh no.
because they were insecure with my kinky family.
That's actually a story I read some years ago about a guy who would seem all well and nice online when they were talking. Everything was great. This guy was perfect. He was like, "I will do exactly what you need." It made it seem like I was all good. And then the girl would go to meet him, and then she would disappear.
Was this guy named Jeffrey Dahmer?
No, it wasn't even Jeffrey Dahmer. No, he did this to I want to say 3 or 4 girls, and the last girl he did it to, he thought that she was dead, and so he left her, but she was alive and was able to get to help, and got the guy caught. But still, it's one of those.
Wow.
And this was all under the premise of kink. Hey, you aren't getting what you need from these normal vanilla guys. Let me show you the real way of things.
Okay, so takeaway for this one is have a safe call.
Yeah.
I mean, because holy shit.
Well,
Right?
that's the thing. From what I remember of the story is, it wasn't the first meeting, because the first meeting he was fine. It was the meeting, it was like the second or third meeting after the fact where he seemed good in the first place. So what that means is, don't just have a safe call. Safe
Have
call
several.
every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that generally this happened after the relationship formed. So met in the lifestyle, dated, seen, but then as time went on, just less and less going out into the lifestyle and more staying home, and to the point of if I drove home, you can come 2 ways to get to my house, and if I came the way that's not normal, I would get questioned, like, why are you coming from that way?
Oh, wow.
So so that was not good. And
That's creepy.
even kept me from my family. And
Sociopath?
when you're in it, you don't realize that it's happening.
Yeah, I've heard that. You don't see it for yourself, but other people can see it around you.
Right.
Gaslighter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I wised up, got out of that, and so that was bad. And then I had another person who I really liked, but would make up rules on the spot and would slap my face if he didn't like what I was saying in front of people. Yeah, this happened in front of Shock Doc once, and he was not.
I'd have ripped the fucker's head off. That
Stuff like that. Just bad situations like that. Yeah.
It's all bad.
Jeez.
So.
damn.
And one time in a dungeon scene, I was on a spanking bench, and it was close quarters, and so seating was kind of around, and the way we were, I had to be up against where people were sitting. And a gentleman reached out and was rubbing my ass and my thigh.
Oh, hell no.
Not his. I'm not his. And
Fuck that.
yeah.
Creepy fuck.
Has this been addressed?
This was in the first dungeon that we had.
Way back?
Yeah, way back. And it was addressed, and he did apologize. And his excuse was that he had been drinking.
Not an excuse.
Not an
Nope,
excuse.
not at all.
But it wasn't so because he was dominant. he didn't want to apologize, so he had he had an excuse. Well, yes, I shouldn't have done that, but I did it because I had been drinking.
I did it
Okay.
because I'm a fucktwat and I don't know what boundaries are.
Right.
Just so that it's said,
I like what Bunner said.
if anybody comes to our facility here and tries and pull that bullshit, they will be politely asked to leave in no unclear terms and never come back.
I've seen it happen.
Because that's bullshit.
Yeah, I've seen that happen.
Oh,
So.
I've got. Sorry.
No, I'm done. I think that was it.
Okay. A horror story that I didn't experience, but Greedy has a little bit of experience with the end of that horror story. There was a person that came in and went through the orientation, seemed like it was all good, and pretty much went into the play space and started to, would you call that stalking, Greedy?
There was easily stalking there.
Watching a particular couple playing, just watching the female partner in this, and making comments the entire time. And was he? I don't remember. I remember being told that he was doing something in the dungeon
There
while they were
were
playing.
several things in the dungeon that he was doing that weren't allowed. Among them, having his phone out. That's just a no-go. You don't do that in a public play space. But the straw that broke the camel's back was coming inside and having his hand down the front of his pants, and then touching various things on the food trays for everyone to enjoy, but only taking a few of them without washing, and then trying to play it off like nothing happened. Then when he got called on it, his excuse was, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just off my game tonight." It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, that was another part to that before he got to the food stuff.
Yeah.
The couple that he was watching, when they finished their scene, and he got her, the dom got the submissive over to the couch, and then he went back to gather up his stuff to take it out of this area. The guy immediately sat down next to her, like, "Hey, how you doing there?"
Oh my God.
Yeah, trying to.
And just to reiterate, this was immediately following the orientation for our play space where we outline all the rules.
Yes.
And he broke multiple rules here.
In the first night, so yeah.
And I knew this person from personal experience.
Oh.
Same here.
And for a lot of time, he was trying to get the information about our group and FetLife and stuff, and I wouldn't give it to him because I knew he was a predator. And then to find him here, I was freaking shocked. And I even came and told you and Shock to watch him.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know all that.
Yeah, there was a lot of red flags there, and after they were confirmed by several people, he was again in no uncertain terms invited never to come back.
Yeah.
So someone did say, please
Yes.
don't ever
Oh
come
yeah,
back.
no, yeah.
He
Shock
was,
did.
he
Shock
was
spoke
told
to him.
Oh, okay.
after being given back his orientation fee, he was and the donation that he gave for the party, he was told that he wasn't welcome to come back again
That night?
the
Not-
next day
No,
or
no,
the
no,
next
no.
Wednesday.
It was the Wednesday.
Oh, he came to Wicked?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's how he initially started coming to things again because of Wicked. I had seen him a couple times at Wicked, but as I'm a hetero male, he didn't give me any sort of creeper
Creepies.
vibes.
Oh, he gave me creepy vibes to begin with. And
Well,
Same.
He, in my experience, he was dating a coworker of mine.
Oh,
Oh.
And then proceeded to pick up on me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Not that Polly's anything's wrong with Polly, but still,
No. And my coworker was fine with it because she's
Polly
she's who
Swinger,
she is.
whoever
Yeah.
she is.
But I wasn't really okay with it.
Okay, and if you're not okay with it, then that should be the end of it.
Exactly.
so continuing on the scary story path,
Greedy.
when I was at a one of our sister communities events, this dude that was new to the lifestyle brought a friend with him.
Oh,
and
wait,
was
I at that event?
no.
Oh, okay.
No, you were not at that event. You were not part of the community at this point.
Okay.
This is exactly why we stress that everybody that comes be vetted by somebody that's been in the community for at least a year. Okay? This dude, who had only been to one or two things before, brought one of his buddies that had no idea what the lifestyle was, had no idea what he was going to, and went to a play party. And shortly after arriving, the guy that brought the guest bailed, but left the guest there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was this here in our community?
No, this was one of our sister communities.
Okay.
Long story short, the dude tried getting all touchy-feely on several women without consent, broke into a couple of scenes, tried to do things that he shouldn't have done.
Oh, shit.
And then when he was called on it, started screaming at a woman about how she's just a fucking bitch.
Wow.
Fuck.
Yeah.
This was at a luau, correct?
No, this was not at one of our events.
Not at our luau, at a sister.
No. That's the event I was at. She's talking about a different one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a different thing. I know the one that you're talking about. It was kind of similar circumstances, but a little bit different, and that one has been addressed as well.
Again, not ours.
Not ours,
Ours.
no.
Another one.
No.
Long story short, the guy tried to start pick a fight with 3 different guys, myself included, as he was escorted out. And he's screaming at us like profanities as he's walking down the street. You know, I could get a million bitches if I wanted. Sure thing. Good luck, pal. Go find some. Go find those million bitches of yours. The SPCA probably has a couple, but that's all you're going to get.
Hold on, Greedy. I'm looking at Bunner while you're saying that. She's like, yeah, go, shoot.
Bye.
Oh, wow.
So let me piggyback on your story.
Yes.
We had a person in our group who was well integrated, and he brought a date to a munch and a party. She'd never been to anything. This is before we had like the real rules, you know.
The real rules?
Right. This is at our very first dungeon.
Oh, so long before me.
Long before you.
Okay.
And she came and she sat down. Luckily she sat down by me, and we started talking. She had no idea what this group was. He didn't tell her anything. He just brought her, and but she loved it. She loved everybody there, and she has gone on to create a sister group.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
And you guys all know her.
I want to know who this is. After the podcast,
After,
share with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah. So
This
a
is a
lovely lady.
backstory that I am not familiar with.
Nice.
Yeah, lovely lady. Love her. Anyway, so it's not a bad thing all the time.
Not all the
Sometimes
time.
it's good. If you know a person and you know they're probably going to enjoy what you're bringing them to, I say go for it. Maybe a wicked, not a munch, but just to...
Yeah.
Not a munch, not a play party.
Right.
Oh, another horror story, not me specific, but you mentioned at Wicked, where there was the time where somebody at Wicked decided, because Wicked's at a public venue, and this was at our previous one, I want to say, our previous venue, and there was a group of women that were just kind of like, oh, hey, what are you guys all here celebrating? And somebody there was like, oh, well, we're the kinky group. You know, we're all kinksters and we do X, Y, Z. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Not cool.
I remember that one.
No.
Yeah,
No.
don't force this lifestyle on people that are not...
Yeah.
I just...
Know the backstory, okay? We are a computer group. They don't need to know more information than that. Most people are going to be turned off by that, and that's okay.
Correct.
But it doesn't invite a shit ton of other questions.
Yeah.
If they do have other questions, we specialize in Linux.
China?
Huh?
China?
What?
Linux China?
No.
Oh.
No,
Do you not know what Linux is?
This is exactly the response that we would get from most of the vanilla world.
Oh my god.
Okay? Because most of them have no fucking clue what Linux is.
It's China.
Apparently
Anyway.
there's a Linux China.
They also make crystal and silver. Just saying.
Anyway.
Oh my god, please.
All right. Let me see if I can pull this back. All right.
What'd you say? Did you tell me to shut up?
Please, I was polite.
So, real quick. Hey, Bunner,
Hi.
any horror stories from you?
I do have a horror story. There was that time I had just got out of a relationship and I was like, fuck the vanilla life. I'm here for kink relationships only. And I got involved with a couple and it ended up really badly. So at first, the first couple of times that I met them, they were cool, they were chill, they seemed very reserved. They seemed, intelligent. I was like, okay, cool. They're on my level. And then shit hit the fan, and I was like, what in the actual fuck? I felt like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz in the tornado scene. I felt like I was in the middle of a fucking tornado because apparently they had some issues of their own, and I was kind of like in the middle of that. I felt like a child in between two parents who are on the verge of divorce.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then that spilled over into the power exchange, and I got denied aftercare one time, and it was all bad. So
That's not good.
yeah, to be honest with you, that's one of the reasons why I deleted most of my social media, because I don't even want to. Like, FetLife is it. If I haven't met you at an event, or if I don't know somebody that you know, I don't want to talk to you. I'm sorry. I just don't. It's not always that way, but that experience that I had was just, it was such a turn off to that whole thing that I was just like, no, never again. Never the fuck again.
What was I going to say? I've heard a lot of times where people like, our marriage is kind of rocky, but if we brought somebody else in, this could fix
Just like
everything.
having a baby, bringing somebody else into the relationship doesn't fix anything. It only makes it more complicated.
This is right. And they didn't even come off as though they had relationship problems. They came off as though they were in an established relationship. They knew each other well, and that there weren't any problems, and that if there were any problems, they were able to talk them out like adults. And then fights would occur, and then they would be like, oh, no, well, you should be on my side. Oh, no, well, don't listen to that bitch. Be on my side. And I was like,
wow.
Oh, my God. I did not sign up for this. I literally did not.
And you were able to leave that situation, yes?
Yes, thank God.
Good. You'd never be afraid to say, I didn't sign up for this. I need to go.
Yeah, the really shitty part, though, is that it's funny to me now that I look back on it. I was laying on the bed naked in some knee-high socks, and I was relaxing. Then this huge fight broke out, and that was the moment that I was like, well, shit, I done fucked it up.
Wow.
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Wait, you thought it was your fault?
No. Oh, God, no. I know it
Oh.
wasn't my fault, but I was like, I know I fucked up getting involved with him. I have to go. Like, I have
Got
to
it.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I think you made the right call there.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I got the fuck out of Dodge and never looked back. Bye.
Good job.
Thank you.
Any other horror stories?
Well, I've seen some horror stories with body jewelry, but,
Look, Greedy,
Don't
your
get into-
nipple piercings are fine. You'll be okay.
Oh yeah, B did that's actually a good point. B did a wonderful job. Piercings by B, one of our sponsors. She pierced my nipples, and it was painful.
And you never looked
Really?
back.
A little bit, just a little bit. Like I think I severed part of my spine by convulsing from the pain, but that's just me.
Shit.
I've got sensitive nipples.
I mean, yeah, me
But-
too. And I was thinking of getting nipple piercings, but fuck,
Oh no,
I'm
no.
scared now.
Okay, so mine are like uber sensitive, and I wasn't expecting the pain to be the type of pain that it was, but looking back on it, I'd do it again.
Okay, well, that is reassuring. I appreciate that.
Piercings by B. She does a great job.
She does. So let me kind of move forward just a little bit, because we've been talking about horror stories. And with all those horror stories, all the things that we've been through and seen, why are you still kinky?
It's kind of like once you go black, you can never go back. It's like once.
Hey, Lala.
Did you really just say
I
that?
did.
Greedy. Shush. Hey, Lala.
I mean,
how you doing?
I've never had a black. Sorry.
The way you
Would
phrased
you like
that.
a shovel to dig yourself in a little bit deeper? I swear to God, the whitest woman you know.
Fucking cannot.
Okay, listen.
Lala, the proper way to
I-
say that is, I've never been with a black
I've
man.
never been with a black man.
There you go.
Although I was trying to date a black
Man.
boy
Boy?
in high school.
Okay.
I was working at AMPM. I was like 14
My God,
or
that scared
15.
me for a second.
Let me tell my story.
I don't think she's that bad.
He lived on the docks in Santa, like I said, I grew up in Santa Barbara. So he lived on a boat on the docks, and I worked at AMPM on State Street. So he would come up to AMPM all the time, and talked to me all the time, and was going to go out with him. And my mom came to pick me up, and he was out there talking to me. He had brought me some flowers, and I went to give him a hug. And when I got in the car, she said, as soon as we get home, you're throwing those flowers away, and I don't ever want to see you hug a black man in public again.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
And
Holy shit.
so I was really pissed because that's not who I am.
Thankfully.
right?
But I was still living there, so I had
so
to.
you didn't have much of a choice.
I had to follow that rule, and then just, I just haven't had another black man be interested in me that I know of. So I'm not against it. I just haven't
had the opportunity.
experienced it. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, but I still say once you get into kink, you get your first spanking, you get your first rule, and you break your first rule, and you get that first punishment, and you get all those things that you've been craving that you didn't really know you were craving. How do you go back to just a regular relationship? You can't.
You don't. You date your own species from that point on.
Exactly.
So, Greedy, something to say about that?
Date your own species?
Well, no. Just why are you still kinky? After all those horror stories and things.
Well, because I'm not the instigator of those horror stories. I mean, the people that I'm involved with, they're honest. They're genuine.
They give you a better experience.
Yeah. The reason I'm still involved in the kink lifestyle is because the people here are real. You know? Like yourself, like Bunner, Lala,
Even Brad.
As much as we all know that Brad isn't really Brad, but he's actually just Brad, I don't know, in a chameleon skin. People in this community are themselves. They aren't afraid to be their true self with the people around them. They aren't afraid to share that freaky little minx that's curled up deep inside the woman that is Lala.
Meow.
Do minxes meow?
This
I
one
don't
I
know,
was wondering
sure.
that.
They aren't afraid to allow you to be your genuine self around them. And that's something that I have never had anywhere else.
Okay.
I've always got shot down. I've always got shunned for who I am.
I understand where he's coming from because we both grew up in a very religious home.
Okay.
And everything that wasn't about God or perfection or whatever, you were reprimanded or put down or anything. You weren't allowed to have thoughts other than what they wanted you to think.
Hold on. What's that YouTube video? Shun the non-believer.
Shun.
And Lala's looking at us like, what is wrong with these people?
Bunner,
Hi.
why are you still kinky? Even after your bad episode with those people that weren't ready for a person.
Yeah, so I thought that would be off-putting. However, I realized that those bad apples cannot ruin it for the bunch. Just because they're terrible individuals, sorry, not sorry, that doesn't mean that everybody who practices a lifestyle is a terrible individual. That's kind of what my BDSM-oriented English paper was about, was how I kind of got into the lifestyle, and I was like, why the fuck would you do this to somebody or want this done to you? I don't understand. And then I did some research, and it turns out kink was one of the best things that could have possibly happened to me. It's been so therapeutic. It helps me maintain a routine. It's so much better than what I was doing before I was really fully invested into this lifestyle.
That's good. That's very good.
I like it.
Me too. Anyone else?
And me, I'm still in the lifestyle because naked women, duh.
Duh.
Yeah, that's truly why all of us are here, right?
Well, some are in for naked men, or naked trans or non-binaries.
Naked folks.
Naked people.
Naked people.
Naked people.
Because naked.
Yes.
Yes.
Also,
I don't care what gender you are, what color you are, what political beliefs, what your religion. I do believe all of us, deep down inside, like to get our genitals licked.
Same.
yes.
Wow.
I resonate with that.
What was I going to say? Also,
You agree too.
I do.
Okay.
I kind of like
Just the way you said it.
tying up people and spanking people, and
I like being tied up.
it's fun.
Same.
I like being restricted. Restrained.
Now I'm picturing you all tied up.
Oh, you've seen it.
Beaten
I know,
savagely.
and I want to see it again.
What'd you say?
Beaten savagely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Savagely fucked.
Hey,
Yes.
we had a party last night. I'm gonna totally go off the rail.
Go for it.
We had a party last night, and it was so fun. And we had a member from out of town ish, about an hour away, come in, and he had built a paddle with.
Oh, I saw that.
With one of the Dungeon Dragons, and it was Legos. Like they had glued Legos in the shape of a penis on top of the paddle. And then to spank with it was so fantastic.
What?
I know.
That sounds incredible. Oh my God.
It looked amazing.
Yeah, but I think it was a little too sharp. And so for me, I would like, let's sand that down a little bit. But they were very happy with the effect, so yay for them.
Yes.
But
Wasn't it like an oar originally?
it
or
looked
something
like an
that?
oar or some
Yeah.
sort of, I don't know, maybe an oar. It was very short.
I only half heard the conversation because I was kind of busy, but yeah, I remember seeing that. I was like,
Or like a breadboard or like a smaller
yeah, exactly,
cutting
something
board
like that.
that's shaped like it. Or it was, but how fantastic. Then he was telling me that he wants on the backside to just glue like a flat panel of Legos on the backside. Like so waffles on one side and then penis on the other.
Wow.
It was awesome. You didn't see
I like
it?
it.
That's
I did
awesome
not.
as
No,
fuck. I'm
well,
so mad
no.
I didn't see it.
He was Greedy was busy after the first hour of the party last night.
Yeah. I was occupado for
I know.
the majority of the party.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Anyway, so that was my little rant. But shout out to my friends who made a fun paddle.
Good times, good times.
Yeah.
There's
And that's why you stay kinky too, because crafts.
Because
a lot of really fun ways to stay kinky.
crafts.
No,
yeah.
crafts. Well, there's who's the passy maker?
Oh, that would be Brad of Steel.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
who does Steel Brat
Steel
Passies.
Brat Passies.
Yes.
He actually makes all of his passies for his Etsy store.
Yeah, all
And
handmade.
All of them handmade. They're
Amazing
works of art,
quality.
individual works of art.
I know. I've seen them. I've touched them. I've held them.
Yes.
I have one.
I have not sucked on one.
Oh, I
You
was
need to fix
sucking
that.
on one very hard
Giggity.
last night.
I don't
All
think.
right.
I don't think it's my thing.
Giggity.
Fair enough.
But
It's not for everybody.
But I do think it's really cute to see other people
Yes.
with them. But it's just not. I
I
wouldn't.
want to see you with something to suck on.
So say we all.
That will never happen. Unless it's a big stick.
All right.
She wants a big stick to suck on.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, pardon me while I whip this out.
Wow.
I feel like this has been a productive episode.
I enjoyed
yeah.
it.
It was very knowledgeable and learning, I feel like. It wasn't the fun and frivolity that we've been known to have.
But we still had some fun and frivolity.
we did have a little bit.
Definitely.
Yeah. But hopefully you guys learned some stuff. And if you have any comments about what we've talked about, we'd love to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, reach out to us at Candy Sweetbox, area code 805-303-1173.
That's right. Give us a call. Give us a text.
Text in that
box.
word of the day.
Touch that box.
Scary.
Put something in the box.
Yes, the word of the day
Yes.
Your
is
sweet, sweet box. Hey, we already shared it.
yeah, scary. I was gonna say,
Yes.
if you all listeners have any sort of stories, horror stories, funny stories, things like that in your kink experience, we'd be happy to hear those. Maybe even share those on the podcast if you're willing to let us share those too.
Yep.
So go ahead and either Candy Sweetbox with a text or a voicemail. You can email us, gothampresspodcast@gmail.com. Or if you're on our Discord,
Hit us up on Discord.
please join our
Discord.
Discord. Gotham Press Podcast on Discord.
Discord.
And, you know, if you really, 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 truly want to become a part of this, you can always join our Patreon. It's $1 a month.
We do appreciate our patrons. And once more, for all of our patrons, please email us your physical mailing address so that we can send you out those stickers that we have and are ready to send out. So hit us up, and we will get those sent out ASAP.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. What they said.
That seems so, like, tacked on.
Just one final thought. This is the last episode of the quarter for our drawing.
It is.
So next week, after Wednesday, we're going to be pulling a random name from everybody that's entered. The prize for this quarter is a collector's copy of Trial by Trolley
Very
from
fun
the creators
game.
of Cyanide and Happiness. So hit us up. This is your last shot.
Do it now.
Because I said.
Ooh.
Thank you, Micromanager Lala.
That's right. Bend
Whatever
over.
you say, Lala.
Oh, my.
You know you like it.
This is getting
All
hot.
day, every day.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Suddenly, I want to see the two of you do a scene.
We might talk about that.
I see a crop.
Captain, got any final thoughts?
No good final thoughts at this point, Jess. I enjoyed this.
Bunner, how about you?
Thank you for having me. Practice safe sex. Titties. Thank you.
Did you say kitties, meow, or titties?
I said
boobies?
titties, boobies,
Oh, boobies.
the fun bags.
Fun fact. All right, then.
All right, was that everybody?
No.
No?
Who else?
Two of
Well,
us.
us.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody
Dick?
counts.
Oh,
Anyway,
so mean.
Lala.
Pardon me. Your
as
balls are a steak.
The whitest Caucasian in the room, right? Is that what you guys called me?
We'll go with that. You're making yourself seem even whiter, but yes.
What?
Anyway, continue, please.
Just be safe out there and use safe calls and don't try to fix people's. I don't know. I guess I don't have.
Don't
any
try to
thoughts.
fix people?
Don't try to fix people. Just if they're stupid, just bye-bye.
And Greedy.
To quote from the Book of Prejudice, chapter 9, verse 12, God hates politicians.
And with that, everyone, we are out.
Bye.
Stereophonic. Bye!
That was harmonious.
It was very beautiful.
like
I'm here
that.
for that. Bye.
Oh my God.